All right, let's dehydrate some mushrooms.
Hey everyone, Joe here. Today another dehydrating video, this time on mushrooms. I did one on mushrooms about a year and a half ago. Most of my dehydrating videos have been approximately 8 to 12, 13 minutes long. Today we're going to try and do a new one and make it just a little bit shorter so people can get through it just a little bit faster. So here we have 2 pounds of white mushrooms, white button mushrooms. I set the scale to 0 to compensate for the weight of the bowl. Before dumping the mushrooms in, we actually have 2 pounds. We're going to weigh them again after they're dehydrated. We've got our cutting board here. We've got a nice sharp knife. We're going to cut them up into slices, approximately 1/4 inch thick, more or less. And you're not going to want to watch me do all of this. So I'll be back after I get this done and get them on the dehydrator. Hey, and we're back. So we've got the 5 trays of mushrooms pretty much loaded up. Give you a better look there. We've got a couple mushrooms left. I'll just finish those real quick. We're just about done here. 5 trays on this dehydrator. We space them apart so they're not all completely touching. We want a little bit of airspace between them so they dry evenly. Once I have this fired up, I'll rotate the trays every couple hours, bring the bottom tray to the top, top tray to the bottom, and so on. Ensure even dehydrating. And I've got it set at 135 degrees Fahrenheit. This is probably going to take about 8 hours or so roughly, but I'll check them every so often. So let me double check the temperature here. Here's my glasses. So it's temperature adjustable, and we want to dial this back. Last time I did something else, needed higher heat. So 135, and we are set to go.
5 trays of mushrooms, all
So
set
yeah,
to
we've
go.
got it set at 135 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to take probably 8 or 9 hours. I'll check it every couple hours. Like I said, we rotate the trays and so on. And I'll be back in a bit, film the rest of this, record actually, and we'll get her going. Hey everybody, so we're back. So yesterday we put a couple pounds of mushrooms on the dehydrator here. 900 grams of mushrooms, 2 pounds. 135 degrees, rotated the trays a few times throughout the dehydrating process. It took about 8.5, maybe 9 hours for this batch. They're all done here now. They are crisp to the touch. You can just snap them in two. They're all done. Now what I'm going to do is get them into this bowl. We started out with 900 grams. We're going to see what we have for a finished product. And then we're going to load them up for storage into these mason jars. You're not going to want to watch me do all this, load them into the bowl, so I'll be back when that part is done. Okay, so we're back. Here's our dehydrated mushrooms. Started out as 900 grams. And we are now down to about 325 grams, maybe 350 grams. Reduced the weight by almost 2/3. Next, we're going to get them into these mason jars. And again, I'm trying to make this video a little shorter, a little faster than the last one I did about a year and a half ago. So we're streamlining it a little bit. And I'll be right back after the mushrooms are into the jars. Okay, so we're back again, and we managed to get all the mushrooms into one jar this time. Last time I did this for a video, I ended up using 1 full jar plus 1 partial jar to get the rest in. What I did this time was essentially the same amount of mushrooms. So I actually cut the pieces just a little bit smaller. Doesn't affect the weight. They're dehydrated the same, but there's less airspace between them. They just pack in a little bit better. I was able to get them all into one 1-liter mason jar. And there you go. These are going downstairs into the food cellar. They're good for long-term storage for a couple of years or so. They won't last me that long. I use them throughout the year in soups and sauces, so on. And I also take them with me on backcountry canoe trips, backpacking, that sort of thing. I don't bring the heavy glass mason jar for that. I'll take some out, put them into a Ziploc bag, make them nice and ultralight for trips. Anyways, that's how I do it. If you like this video, click like down below. Leave any positive comments down below as well. And if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. There's also a couple of links down below for Amazon affiliate links for Canada and the US. If you happen to shop on Amazon, feel free to click on one of the links below. I get a tiny commission on any purchases. You pay the same price, doesn't affect that. It just helps this channel grow. I can get some better camera equipment, maybe another dehydrator, put some money towards some outdoor trips, that sort of thing. Anyways, that's all for now. Talk to you again soon.
Mushrooms. I like mushrooms.